we saw yesterday, one who has these four distinct qualities can achieve anything in life. Yasya tvedani chatvari vanarendra yata tava dridi drishtir matirdaksham swakarmasu nasidati. Swakarmasu, in one's own action, nasidati, will not fail. What are those? Dritihi, drishtihi, matihi and darshan. Steadfastness, vision, intelligence and dexterity. These four are essential for everyone in anything that we do. And that was demonstrated by Sri Hanumanji. He was able to accomplish, at least at this point of our story, he crossed the ocean and reached Lanka. And having reached there, the beauty of Lanka has been described elaborately. And he had crossed 100 yojana. 1 yojana is close to 8 miles. 100 yojana means, 800 miles. In one leap, no layovers, no refueling, straight flight. Yojananam shatam shriman tirtva achyuta tirtva apyutta vikramaha anishvasan kapistatra naglanin adhigacchati. Glanim na adhigacchati. Glanim means to tiredness, exhaustion. Yojananam shatam tirtva. Even having crossed 100 yojanas, api uttama vikramaha, one who has extreme valor, anishvasan, nishvasan means exhaustion, anishvasan, without any exhaustion, kapihi, this vanara, tatra there, na tu glanim adhigacchati. He's not tired at all. He never fell apart. He never feel exhausted, tired. We sometimes even listening to a story like that, we get exhausted. So we are just so tired by our mind, with our mind. Many of us today are not tired by physical bodies tiredness. From home you take a car and go, and then reach your office and then take an elevator to go up, and then sit in a comfortable chair. I'm tired. What are you tired? In thinking only, mental exhaustion. And most of the time you're sitting and working. After some 4 hours, I want a coffee break, or even 2 hours coffee break. I'm tired. Air-conditioned room, sitting in one place, working with the computer, tired. The peculiar irony of the whole thing is, even when we go to a gym, we go take a lift. And we park the car closest to the building. We don't want to walk to the gym. So today's world, our tiredness is not caused by any physical exertion. Mostly it is mind. And here, Hanuman, even after crossing 800 miles by the air, on the way he had to meet many obstacles. Even after meeting those things also, he was not at all tired. That shows his enthusiasm, his willingness, his devotion to God, his clarity of purpose, his eagerness to achieve what Bhagavan wants. That's the secret of all Mahatmas, how they worked tirelessly so many years. Gurudev was asked this question, Swamiji, you have been talking about Bhagavad Gita every day for 40 years. Are you not tired? He said, no. Tell me one person who really benefited out of these 40 years of your talking. Anybody really became better because of your 40 years of teaching of Bhagavad Gita? He said, yes, one person who never missed even one lecture of mine. Every lecture he attended. Who is that? Me. First, we have to improve ourselves by our own reflection and thinking and talking. If we ourselves won't listen to what we say, think about it, what a tragedy it is. If we ourselves are not benefiting our own understanding and reflection and sharing of the ideas, who do you think that? Even in, let us say, I am giving a talk after 1 hour or 15 minutes, etc., whatever. If I ask you, come on, tell me, what did I say? Ramayan. Okay, what did I say in the Ramayan? Many things. What are the many things? At least tell one thing. So many things I can't remember. See, our Gurudev used to say, but that's why we have cross ventilation, you know. You hear on one side, other side is gone. That's why at the end of it you should chant, Shrutam me gopaya. Whatever I heard, oh Lord, please protect it. When we chant Sahana Vavatu, Sahana Ubanantu, Sahaviryam Karavavahe, Tejasvino Adhitamastu. Adhitam means whatever we have studied, Adhitam. Tejasvi astu, may it remain brilliant, meaning available to us anytime. When we want, the knowledge should be available, that is called wisdom. The knowledge that is, so I was talking and teaching these Sandipani students just 2-3 weeks back in Bombay. I told them, when you go back, the world, meaning 2 years you have been here, Sandipani, after that, when you go back to the world will be the same. Nothing would have changed. People are still walking with the 2 feet only. Everything is the same. But you should have changed. After this 2 years of study of Vedanta, your mind should have changed. If that has not happened, you have wasted your time here. That's why it's called Sandipani Sadhanalaya. Sadhana Alaya, not Sadhana Laya. वो नहीं है. Sadhana Alaya. So if your parents or friends or relatives, they ask after you finish and going back to some place wherever you are, and they ask, what did you study 2 years? Shh, look at it again. A truck full of books coming. That's what I studied. It is not the book you studied, what is here, what is retained by you. Akal mein kya hai? What have you stored in here? So here, Hanumanji could complete his task of at least crossing over the ocean, which is only 1/3 of his mission. 1/3 of mission is to reach the ocean. Second part of his mission is to find Sita, and last portion is to go back and report. He has only completed 1/3 of his mission. So as he goes there, and the beauty of Lanka is being explained here. As I said yesterday, beauty of the valor and strength of Hanumanji, beauty of the faith and devotion of Sita, beauty and prosperity of Lanka, beauty and administrative skills of Ravana. All these are all explained in this Sundarakanda. So that very beautiful Lanka, the Darsha Hanuman Lankam Divi Deva Purimiva. Divi Deva Purimiva. Lanka looked like the heavenly kingdom. So beautiful, right in the middle of the ocean. Manasa eva kritam lankam nirmitam vishwakarmana. Manasa eva kritam lankam. Like a Vishwakarma considered to be the divine architect. He created out of his own mind. So when you want to create a castle in your mind, you can create whatever you want. Is it not? Our mind is capable of creating fascinating things. That's why even a person who is diabetic can mentally eat the 14th Rasgulla also, without any problem. You will not get affected by the 15th Rasgulla you eat. So here that is not like that. It is as though Vishwakarma, as he imagined the beauty, he created in that Lanka. Kailasa Shigara Prakyam Akila Prakyam Alikantim Iva Ambaram Alikantim Iva Ambaram. It is like the beautiful mountains of Lanka looked like that of a Kailasa Shigara. The various buildings, they had high-risers. Not only here in the downtown. Kailasa Shikaram Prakyam, equal to that of the Kailasa Shikara. Alikantim Imambaram, as though they are going to touch the sky, skyscrapers. See, many of our temples, if you look at them, the way they have built, today we can think of it, but at that time, how did they build such monuments which are thousands years later also they are standing so strong? How did they create it? Some of the temples like if you go to Tanjore temple, it is said that at the top of the Gopuram, the stone that is there is 1 ton weight. Coming from the Ganges banks, the stone, how they would have even transported from the bank of the Ganges to somewhere down in the Tamil Nadu. How is that possible? So many things like that, we can even imagine how they might have done it. So Lanka also with such a beauty, Chadurnama Evehi Gatihi Vanaranam. So Vali Putrasya Nilasya Mama Rajyasya Sridhimadaha Yavachanami Vedehim Yadi Jivadi Vanava Tatreva Chintayishyami Drishtvatam Janakatmajam. Now, he suddenly remembers, I may be lost in the beauty of Lanka, but what I want to really achieve is, my focus should be on only one thing. What? Sita hai ki nahi. I should not get caught up in any other thing. Let me remind myself again and again and again. So I have to now become invisible, because I cannot be caught by anybody. If they know that I am the Duta of Rama, Ravana will immediately kill me. Lakshya alakshmanena rupena ratri lanka purim maya praveshtum prapta kalam me krityam sadayitum mahat. By becoming invisible, Lakshya alakshena rupena, by the form of not being visible, Ratro in the night, Lanka Purim Maya Praveshtum, I have to enter into the Lanka, Praptakalam Me Krityam, at the correct appropriate time, then only I can accomplish what I want. If I go in the same way as I am, huge form, because he came in that form, and definitely I will be noticed. Interesting thing is, all the Rakshasas are also huge, but they distinctly see me, and I will be caught and I will be killed. So my purpose will not be served. Idaham yadi tishtami svena rupena sambritaha vinasham upayasyami bharturatte arteva hiyate bharturattasta hiyate. If I stay in the same form, idaham yadi tishtami, if I stay in the same form, svena rupena, my own particular monkey form, vinasham upayasyami, I will get killed. And my master's work cannot be accomplished. Therefore, I should now take to the form of a small little fellow who will not be seen anywhere. Now, at that time when he was ready to go into Lanka, there was an immigration officer. Ravana was very, very careful, because it's a simple island. He cannot allow everybody to come inside. So he had appointed a officer there. Nagarim Svena Rupena Dadarsha Pavanatmajam. That very immigration officer, one who is protector of the entire city, is known as Lankini. And it is as though the entire Lanka taken a human form. Satam Harivaram Drishtva Lanka Ravana Palita. She saw this Hari means this monkey, that has appeared to have entered inside. Swami Swayame Uttita Tatra Vikritanana Darshana. She immediately noticed him and with the open mouth she approached him. Hey, who are you? You don't seem to be belonging to this part of the world. You are not one of our Rakshasas. You seem to be an alien. How did you come? Because see, to come into Lanka in the middle of the ocean is not possible for anybody. Unless somebody takes a boat and reach. But I see you have come here. Why did you come? Immediately took out his tourist visa. Aham vinagaro Lanka swayameva plavangama sarvada paridakshami etatte katitam maya. I am the one who is protecting the entire Lanka, so tell me how and why you have come. He says here, Vanani upavanani ha Lankaya kananani cha sarvato grahamukyani drashtumagamanam hime. See, this is one of the places where Hanuman seemed to have told a lie. Of course, he has to say that. Why did you come? I want to see the beautiful forests. Vanani, Upavanani, gardens, Lankaya, Kananani cha, and the great forests of Lanka. Sarvato, Grahamukyani, and the beautiful buildings have been created here. Drashtum agamanam hime. I have come only to see these things. So, that Lankini, the immigration officer, said, not allowed. Whatever you have as the visa, not allowed. So you know what is visa means? In Sanskrit, wish means to enter. That which allow you to enter is called visa. Pravesha, you know. Griha pravesha, meaning what? Entering into griha. So wish means visa, enter. That's why you got visa. You have that permit to enter. No, not allowed. Mam anirjitya durbuddhe rakshasheshwara palitam nasakyam atyate drashtum puriyam vanara adama. Oh, the lowest among the vanaras, you are not allowed to step inside this country ever. I won't allow you to enter at all. So, until you break me, you conquer me, you win over. So even before he even say anything, she gave one blow to his face. Talena vanara sreshtam thadayamasa vegita. She gave one blow to him. He was not expecting that, definitely. Suddenly somebody attacking me for not just entering to the Lanka. Yeah, let us imagine the immigration office. You came. Nowadays, immediately you go to the court, international court. What? You are manhandling me? But Lankini there gave one blow to me. So, Hanumanji looked at her. See, if I hit her, she will die. So what do I do now? Tadas sarvadayamasa vamahastapasongulim Muttina abhijagana enam Hanuman krodamurchita. With the left hand he gave one as a return. Why? Because he says, Stri chedi manyamanena. After all, it is a lady. Na adikrodaha swayam krutaha. I cannot show entire strength of mine. So only with the left hand, one hit. She was reeling under that one blow. She fell down with the blood all over her face. Now suddenly she woke up and she said a wonderful thing here. Swayam swayambhuva dattam varadanam yata mama. Now I realized who you are. Oh monkey, you are not some common one. You are not a nature, you are not a prakrita one. You are the one who have been told about by me, by Swayambhu, Shiva or Brahma, that once you get a blow from a monkey, understand that monkey is going to destroy the entire Lanka. Yata tvam vanara kaschid vikramat dashamanayet tada swaya tvaya hi vigneyam rakshasam vayamagatam. I have been told that when one vanara would come and hit you so hard that you can't even get up, at that time you realize the end of Lanka has come. So I understand the purpose of your visit. Meaning what? That I am going to be relieved from this particular position which I have been forced to undertake by Ravana. Now I am going to be relieved very soon because the end has come. So that way the Lankini was overcome by, and thereafter he entered into the city of Lanka. Huge forests, huge mansions, and many such wonderful things that he saw. Went on and there's a big description of all the various things that he saw. Understand one thing, when Valmiki was given this great vision by Brahmaji, when he first started to think about writing about Ramayan, at that time Brahmaji said that by the time Valmiki had started to write, Ramayan was over. Ramayan is complete. He only recalled the entire story in his mind. That was the blessing of Brahmaji. And he said, not only you will remember whatever has happened, it will come to your mind, but you will also know what everybody is thinking, what everybody is seeing. That blessing I am giving it to you. So he would know what Ravana is thinking, he will know what Rama is thinking, all the characters, whatever they are thinking. It is like a movie director, he not only writes one character, he writes all the characters, right? Even he should become a villain while writing the villain character. Right? He should become the hero when they are writing the hero character. He should become the heroine when they... So in the same way, you will assume all the characters and what they are thinking, what their goal is, whatever their perception is, everything you will know. So here, whatever Hanumanji had seen at that point, he elaborately describes. And the descriptions are so vivid. In today's world also, if a person writing a script for a movie, he has to write what color is of the carpet also, what color is the ceiling also, what is the material that will be on the wall. Everything he has to describe. Then only the person who is finally making the movie will know how to make it. In the same way here, you will see Valmiki explains everything, including what is the drink which Ravana was drinking, how many of them there in that hall, where he was lying, what kind of clothes he was wearing, all descriptions are there. So here, when Hanumanji entered into the very chambers of Ravana, but before that he was jumping from one mansion to another mansion to another mansion. Grihad griham rakshasanam udyanani cha vanarah vikshamano hyasantrastah prasadam chacharasah. Without any fear, he was jumping from, because it's a night. Everybody is asleep. And Lankani has been conquered. So nobody, no other immigration officer to watch him. He was jumping from Grihad Griham Rakshasanam Upa Udyamanincha. He was jumping from one place to another. Finally, as he was going from one place to one palace to another palace, Sarvesham Samadikramya Bhavanani Samantadaha Asasadata Lakshmivan Rakshasendra Nishevanam. Finally, he reached the abode of Hanuman. Abode of Ravana. The word Ravana, we should understand. Hindi mein Rona. What is Rona? Rona means what? To cry. To make you cry. What do you say? Rulana. Correct? Rulana means what? Correct? Make you cry? I am not India expert, so I don't know. In Sanskrit, Ravati means to cry. Ravayati means one who makes others cry. So Ravana is, the very word means one who makes everybody cry. Ravayati tasmat Ravana iti uchyate. So think about it. If there is a person who makes you cry all the time, what do you call him? A Ravana? And he is called a Rakshasa. You know why? Our Gurudev gave a beautiful reason for that. A person of knowledge is known as Sa-Akshara. Akshara means not words or letters. Akshara means one who has correct knowledge. Knowledge in general. Sa-Akshara means Aksharena Saha. One who has Akshara, one who has gained knowledge. So, Sa-Akshara. In Sanskrit, Sa-Kshara. But the one who has correct, knowledge all right, but is not using for the right purpose, it becomes opposite. Rakshasa. Sa-Kshara, not using rightly, then become Rakshasa. Who is the devil who lived wrongly? L-I-V-E-D, opposite? D-E-V-I-L, like that. So Rakshasa should not be misconstrued as, what nowadays they portray as which are having a horn there. No, very sophisticated, good looking, chief fraud officers, CFOs, are also Rakshasas. They may not look like villains. They are very sophisticated, suit, coat, tie and everything. Rakshasas. Because they are not doing the right thing, they will do the wrong things in the wrong ways only to accumulate their wealth and protect themselves from everything. They are Rakshasas. So here, finally, when he reached the abode of Ravana, which is considered to be one of the beautiful mansions there, and there what he saw was this wonderful Viman. What is it called? It is known as Pushpaka Viman. Mahitale Sarkama Virattirinam Shriyajvalantam Bahuratna Kirnam Nana Tarunam Kusumavakirnam Kiriri Vakram Rajatavakirnam. Beautifully studded precious stones, vast, and which can accommodate many people. Interesting thing is, this Viman is one in which as you add more people, it keeps expanding. And it is driven by the mind. It is yet to come. Nowadays you have the cars that are there, no? Manless or driverless vehicles. Very, very scary, huh? My God. Especially when you're sitting in the passenger seat. Nobody is there next to you. And it's going in the middle. And you saw one cyclist go, and she'll stop. So if you have somebody, especially those people who are very interested as backseat driving, they get very disappointed. Nobody listens to them. So today you have manless vehicles, right? What does it mean? It's pre-programmed. Pre-programmed, they have been. So what does it? It's manasakritam only. See, somebody has programmed it, and based upon that only it moves. But also it is connecting with the GPS, and some GPS location is where it's directing the vehicle. When you are driving also it says, okay, take a right here, take a left here. What is it? Somebody is directing. How is it being directed? It's all programmed by human mind only. In the same way, this particular vehicle also driven by the mind. Meaning the one who is the main pilot, so to say, he will just close his eyes, now go there. He'll go that place. Go this speed. Take a right, take a left. Go up, go down. Everything is by the mind. So that wonderful, beautiful Pushpaka Vimana. So, Tatas Satam Kabira Vivatya Pujitam Charan Purim Dashamukava Gopalitam Adrishyatam Janaka Sutam Supujitam Sudukkita Patiguna Vega Jitam. Tataha thereafter Sahatam Kabira Kabihi Abhipatya Pujitam Charan Purim Dashamukha Bahu Balitam. This very, very Lanka, which is so beautiful, alright, being protected and ruled by Dashamukha. That is our Ravana. And Gurudev used to give this example. Rama was born out of Dasharatha, and opposed to him is Dashamukha. Dasharatha means one who is able to run 10 chariots at the same time. What it really means is, we have 10 chariots here in our body. Eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin, speech, hands, legs, reproductive organ and anus. Pancha Jnanendriyani and Pancha Karmendriyani. These 10 organs, if they are not under our control, we are Dashamukha. Meaning all of them going in different 10 directions. And such a person is the one who is called Dashamukha. One who is having all the 10 under control and overruling them by his strong mind and will is called Dasharatha. Rama is Dasharatha Putra. Meaning a yogi who is born out of one who has control over all the 10 sense organs. Indriyanam kicharatam yanmanonu vidiyate tatasya harati prajnam vayurnavami vambasi. In Bhagavad Gita it is said, Indriyanam kicharatam. When the sense organs are running away, yanmanonu vidiyate, mind also going behind that, tatasya harati prajnam. Thereafter our knowledge is also gone. Vayurnavami vambasi, like Vayurnava, like that of the boat which is being continuously throwing here and there, the boats being throwing here and there without any control of by anyone controlling it. Think about our life. We are of Dasharatha. When we go to, especially when you go for window shopping, the most dangerous thing that you can do. Why? No, just window shopping. Once I was in somebody's house and they said, Swamiji, in Minneapolis, there is a big mall, right? What is it called? It's a huge mall is there. The biggest mall in Perumal, not Perumal, sorry. Biggest mall in Perumal in Tamil means Lord Vishnu. Tirumal. This one is a huge mall. And he said that let us go for walking early morning. But don't carry your credit card. For sure. Because when you take a credit card and walk, nice, you go there also. No. Let's go without taking anything, any cash also in our hand. Let's go only for walking. So we went there, we spent an hour or two walking. 8,000 steps done for the day. Next day as we were ready to go, his wife also said, I am also coming. Then the man said, no, we are going for a walk. I will also walk. But we didn't tell her not to get the credit card. She took her bag and came. We went. We landed there. Okay, let's go. Start walking. We started walking. 10 minutes later, she said, I think I am feeling tired. I'll sit here. When you come back, I will go with you. Okay. We went for 1 hour. When we came back, anyway, sitting here, I don't know anything else to do. Then I went for shopping. So what happens to us is when our mind is getting distracted, even those things we do not want in our life, we buy it. Why? It is on sale. From the Home Depot, it goes to your garage. And for years you don't even open it. That is called window shopping. So here, even though there were so many distractions that were there, but finally Hanumanji said, Adrishtva tam Janakasutam, without seeing Sita, Supujitam, so well worshipped Sita, Sudukkitaha, he became very sad. Padiguna Vega Nirjitam, so he thought that I have not accomplished any task for which I have come. I have not seen Sita at all. What is the point? Where am I? What am I doing here? So he decided to, if I am not able to see Sita anywhere, what is the point in doing anything? I have gone in to the chambers of Ravana. And in the chambers of Ravana, he slowly discovered who Ravana is. He was like huge form. Very, physically he was so strong. He was called Mr. Lanka. He was actually Mr. Universe also. He was so strong. And very beautiful, very strong and smart. And he was lying down and there were at least 100 of the Lankinis were there around him. And there was Lankinis does not mean in Rakshasi. All the most best Apsaras of the heaven also, they were all with him. And the problem is everybody drunk, completely drunk to the hilt. All of them lying down. He looked at all of them. He recognized who was Ravana. But he was not interested in Ravana. Where is Sita? And he looked for all the beautiful ones. You cannot even compare one beautiful one with another. Each one is uniquely beautiful. And he knew that Sita is also such a beautiful one. But among them, who is she? Then she saw another most beautiful lady, little away by herself, not in that crowd. And she was also lying down. And that could be her. Because she's not among all these. He's separately lying down there. She must be the one. As he went closer to her, suddenly he thought, cannot be. How can Sita, even though kidnapped by Ravana, can be in the chamber of Ravana? She would not be a part of this kind of behavior. It is not possible. Actually, he was looking at Mandodari. The Mandodari usually shown as such a huge one. No, Manda Utari. Slim-waisted, not wasted. slim-waisted. Slim-waisted, most slim, Manda Uttari. So he saw her, probably is the best of his queens, and she is there. And he was not very convinced that there could be Sita here. Then if she is not here, where else she could be? He was also thinking probably he had already killed her. Because those who do not follow his instructions will not be there anymore with him. So definitely she might have gone. And this way, Paradharavarodasya prasuptasya nirikshanam idam kalu mamatyartam dharmalopam karishyati naki me paradharanam drishtir vishayavartino ayam chatramaya drishtaha paradhara parigraha. Suddenly he felt so unhappy. What did I do now? I am a brahmachari. But what am I looking at? Others' wives. So many women not in a good condition to see. So I have become dharmalopi. Meaning I have digressed from my dharma. Paradhara avarodasya prasuptasya nirikshanam. Seeing other women and those who are lying down there, idam kalu mama atyartam dharmalopam. I have transgressed from my dharma. I should not have done this. Nahi me paradharanam drishtir vishayavartinah. But then he himself thinks differently. This is called Viveka Buddhi. See, Viveka Buddhi is that where you are able to understand the pros and cons of things. Not only you look at one side, you look at the other side also. Because everything in our life has two sides of the coin. If there is one side of the coin, other side of the coin is also equally true. Joy is there, sorrow is there, success is there, failure is also there. Day is there, night is there. So when we have one-sided view in any time in our life, we are aviveki. We do not have the ability to rightly discriminate. Here, even though he is self-condemning himself, that what did I do? I did the wrong thing. I have become a dharmalopi. But then he decided, but is it not my purpose is not to do that? Even though I saw all the women there lying down in that condition, my mind had not taken that as the Vishaya. So that's what he says. Nagi me paradharana drishtir vishayavartini. I am not the one who is seeing them as a pleasurable thing. This is a very important teaching here. Can you close your eyes and walk in this world? Is it not the Mahatmas in this world also? They also lived in the same world with the eyes looking at everything. What did not happen is their mind is not distracted. Vedanta says, not that you have to run away from things, stay with mind not running away anywhere. I want to close my eyes, then I don't want to see anything. You can live for a short period of time. You can isolate yourself somewhere else, saying that I don't want anything of the world. But how long? You have to jump back to the same world with your mind immune to those influences. The ability to become immune to those influences is called true Viveka. Vairagya is not getting rid of things, rising above the things. Once I was coming out of the Bombay airport, and when you come out of the Bombay airport, what do you see? Duty-free shops. Spirituality in bottles. It's called liquid spirituality. They are there. See, the one person was talking to me in the flight and he was talking to me all through the flight. And then when we went to immigration and then I finished and he was coming behind and I continued to talk and I was walking. After some time only I noticed he stopped long time back. I looked back, he was in the spiritual section. Wanting to buy bottles for his friends or for himself also. And then I walked out because let him do whatever he wants. Even though I passed through the aisle which had all the various, I had no intention to buy or enjoy that. So even as I saw that, my mind is not tuned to that, immune to that. Seriously, I have no doubt here. Only you are saying actually something might have happened. No. So your mind is clear that I don't need it. It doesn't add any value to me. Then let it be there. You don't need to run. The very fact you want to run away shows that you have become weak. Once Mullah Nasruddin was asked this question by another person, I have been smoking and smoking and smoking. Do you have any suggestion how to stop smoking? Mullah Nasruddin said, very simple, I have done many times. What does that mean? I have stopped smoking many times. Many times means what? Once I smoked, I stopped, again I went back. Vairagya should come out of correct thinking. It is not running away from objects, it is rising above it. Like your child, when it is playing with the teddy bear, when it is 3 or 4 years old, when it has become 10 or 15, naturally it gives up. If after 20 also, if that child is holding on to the teddy bear, then there is a problem there. Because naturally, very graciously she will give to the brother or younger brother or sister, take it, I don't need it anymore. Why? Because she found something else. Our mind is what? When we give up something, it is always preceded by something else we are holding on to. We cannot live without attachment. We are attached to something or other. When you are young, balastavat krida saktara. Then you become taruna. Then what you are? Tarunastavat taruni saktara. When you are young, you are going behind toys and games. When you are younger, you become teenager, no more games, it's only dames. Cocktail and ponytail. I am not saying, Bhagavan Shankaracharya said. Tarunastava taruni sakta. When you become vruddha, old, what is that your mind occupied with? Chinta sakta. I should not have married her. I should not have come to this profession at all. I should not have come to this country at all. Chinta. So as we grow, one thing we leave, but another thing we catch on. So Viveka Buddhi is where we also have Viveka Buddhi in the form of leaving one side and holding on to something, but not holding on to anything. That is Vairagya. So here, even though I saw all these women in that condition, my mind never got disturbed by that. For I was not looking that. I was looking for Sita. What is this to say? A devotee, even though he is there in the world where you and I live, his eyes are looking only for the Lord. Such a mind can never be polluted. Bhagavan Gotik. I want to see the Lord. When he is searching for the Lord, can he be distracted by anything else? So that's why he says, Ayam cha atra maya drishtaha paradara parigraha nahi me manasaha kinchit vaikrityam upapatyate. Not kinchit vaikrityam. There is no vikar in my mind. There is no distraction in my mind. Therefore he says, Mano hi hedu sarvesham indriyanam pravartane. Mano hi heduhu indriyanam pravartane. Mind alone is the cause for the disturbances of the sense organs. We should not blame our eyes, ears, nose, tongue for what they are, because by their very design they are there only extrovert. Paranchikani vidranat swayambhu tasmat parang pashyati na antaratman. Upanishad says the eyes and ears etc. are being designed to look only outside. With the eyes can you see inside? They are manufactured defect. Paranchikani vidranat swayambhu tasmat parang pashyati na antaratman kaschid diraha pratyagatmanamakshat avrutta chakshuhu amrudatvam ichan. Only a very rare one will turn his attention, not the eyes, attention, that is the mind behind the eyes, towards what is within. Manasaha manaha, chakshushas chakshuhu, shrotasya shrotam, vayus pranasya pranaha. What is the mind of the mind, eye of the eye, ear of the ear? That he will start looking at. So here, mano hi hetuhu sarvesham indriyanam pravattane shubha ashubha shubha ashubha avastasu tachame suvyavastitam na anyatra himaya shaktya vaidehim parimargitum striyo hi srishu pradrishyante sada samparimargane. Is it not true, if I am looking for Sita, I should look at the women only? And look at the monkeys, look for Sita there. So how he is making his mind clear is, if I am looking for a Sita, where should I look at them? I should look at among the women only. So I didn't do anything wrong. These are all the things that are going on in his mind. So, essentially, I didn't do anything wrong. He justifies that and proceeds on. Now, proceeding further, Sarakshasanam pravarena janaki swashila samrakshanas parasati anena nonam pratidushta karmana atabhavet aryapate parestita. It is possible, then I have not found Sita anywhere so far. Perhaps she has been killed by this fellow, this Ravana, for what he is. He would have easily killed her, for she would not have budged to his demands at all. She is so pativrata, she is staying by our own Shilata, so Shila Samrakshana Tatparasati. She is so holding on to Swashila Lakshana Tatpara, holding on to her own devotion to the Lord, which is the highest of the characteristics. Therefore, she might have been completely destroyed. Anena nunam dushta karmana hata. By this wicked one, she might have been already killed. So, should I stop searching for her now? Now the question is, if I stop searching for her, what would be my condition? Should I go back then? What's the purpose of then going back? All the Vanaras who are standing there at the other side of the ocean shore, waiting for me to come back, because I am the only one who has come in search of Sita. Nobody else is here. So if I go back and tell them, nah, what will they think? Why did you go all the way 100 yojanas? You went, what did you achieve? And they were all hoping that I am the only one who can do that. That's why they have sent me. And they were ready to die even before I started, because when we did not know, Sampati had only informed us that she is here, he could see him. And what did he see? I don't know. Probably he must be Mandodari to be the Sita, it looks like. Because he has also not seen Sita. Anyways. So, should I go back or just get into the ocean and die? Or burn myself? Or reveal myself so that the Rakshasas can kill me? What should I do? What's the point? So he was sitting there and thinking about that, whether he should go back and then report to them that I have not seen anybody. So, as he was thinking about it, he suddenly saw a particular area which is known as Ashokavana. The very beautiful garden that he saw, and in that very Ashokavanam, he looked for anybody there, or only the demoness, all the Rakshasas were there. So there, when he started to look, he found there Ashokavanikayam tu tasyam vanara pungava sadatsha vidurastam chaitya prasada muchritam. There he saw a huge tower. Ashokavanikayam tu, there tasyam vanara pungava, the darsha he saw. Avidurastam, not very far away, Chaitya Prasadam Uchritam, a huge tower he saw. And the tower, a Madhye Stambha Sahasrena Titam Kailasa Panduram. There was a beautiful small mansion which is of the color of the white color that is similar to that of Kailasa Shikaram. Bright. So, and that in that very place there was a tree. Under that tree, Tato Malina Samvitam Rakshasi Bisamavrutam Upavasa Krusham Dinam Nishwasantim Punah Punah Tadasha Shukla Pakshato Chandra Rekam Ivamalam. Tadaha, thereafter, Malina Samvitam, very thin form, emaciated, exhausted. She was sitting there, one lady there, he did not know who it is. Rakshasi bihi samavrutam, being surrounded by all the she demons there. Upavasa krusham dinam, the body has become so thin down because of upavasa. What is upavasa? Upavasa, meaning we also do upvas. With that, they do the Ekadashi upvas. That is the time they eat this, what is known as sabudana. That, in my understanding, it is called reinforced cement. So you eat that for 3 days, you don't need to eat anything at all. Especially when you put the ghee and also the potato. So this upavasa is not eating, not eating the regular food and eating the upavasa food in such a way that for next 3 days you don't eat it. Upavasa literally means staying near God. That is called upavasa. The mind leaving away all other routines of life and exclusively sitting in the thought of God. That's called upavasa. On the other hand, what we do? Not eating and thinking about the food 24 hours. It's better that you eat and do normal things only. See, in the earlier times, they had this, in all religions it is there. One day of the whole week, you should not do whatever you usually do. Stop all that. Exclusively, in Christianity it is Sunday, and in Islam it is, I think, Friday. And any one of the days which are exclusively meant only for God. And that day you should not do any of the regular routine of things. Spend the whole time remembering the Lord. That's called upavasa. But here Sita, for so many months, she has not eaten anything. Upavasa krisham dina nishvasantim punah punah. Again and again she had a long, what do you call? Long exhalation, or what do you call that? Sigh. Out of such depression, not depression, so such an amount of a feeling of being lost without the Lord. What do we do now? Because she knows nobody can come. crossing the ocean 800 yojanas, I mean, yes, 100 yojanas, 800 miles, and then coming. Is it ever possible for my Rama to come? First of all, does he know where I am? Who will know? How will he know? There is no way he will identify where I am. But still she's so hopeful that he will come. So she was sitting there, Datasya Shukla Pakshado Chandrarekavama Ivam Amalam. She saw her, even though her entire form is so exhausted, but her face was so bright. And she was lying, sitting there with her mind completely lost in the thought of the Lord. And as she was sitting there and he was watching her, Tasya sanditihe buddhihi muhursitam nirikshatu amnayanam ayogena vidyam prashitilam iva. Tasya sandidihe buddhihi. The mind thereafter went towards her only. Muhu sitam nirikshatu, seeing her again and again. He understood that her mind is lost in the Lord. And amnayanam ayogena vidyam prashitilam iva. It's a very beautiful example he gives. How the mind has lost in the thought of the Lord and not interested in anything. It is like a yogi who is chanting the Vedic mantras again and again and again and again to practice. And the same way her mind has been so lost in the thought of the Lord. Asya deva yata rupam anga pratyanga saushtavam Ramasya chadayata rupam tasyayam asidekshana. Now, only way Hanumanji will know this is Sita only by remembering what Sri Rama described her as. She is more or less coming to the close description what Bhagavan has told me. Otherwise, he has not seen Sita before. So, Asya Devya Yata Rupa Anga Atyanga Saushtavam, the form and then the various limbs that are described by Sri Rama, Ramasya cha yatha rupam tasya iyam asita ikshana. The same description fits so closely to this one, therefore he concluded this could be Sita. Again, his conclusion is she is not part of that. So many of them were there around Ravana who were drunken and then lying down around him. She could not be there. Not the one who stayed away in the same room, which are also so beautiful. She could not be. She could not be anywhere near that chamber. Yet there is one lady who is sitting there crying, alone, surrounded by Rakshasis, who is fitting to the description what Rama has given to me. Very, very likely this could be the one who would be the Sita. So as having some way concluded that the possibility is very high for her to be the one, he proceeded very, very slowly and decided to test this. Now in this very endeavor, he had two dangers to come possibly. She can misunderstand him, which is very likely to happen. Because she could not expect a Vanara to come. If Rama has to come, Rama would come himself. He would not have sent anybody else. The second possibility is that since it is the form of a monkey, she would conclude Ravana sometimes possibly would assume that form because he is capable of assuming any form. Just to attract her attention, probably Ravana himself would come and in that form and then try to persuade her. So therefore, she is very careful and he is also thinking, what would I do now at this point? As he was thinking at that time, it has become already slowly the early morning. He was hiding in between the branches, looking at her. how to approach the situation. At that time, he heard some big sound of kettle drums and other things being beaten up. And Vedic mantras were going on, started early in the morning. See, Ravana was a Pandit, not a common man, as I said, he's not a Rakshasa of the terrible type. He was a Vedic Pandit and he was the son of a Brahmana Pandit only. And he had great regard for all this Vedic literature, etc. So he had captured many Pandits from all over the world and he had made them chant all the Vedic mantras at his palace early in the morning as a wake-up call. So everybody was chanting there, and then all the temples that were there, so they were all ringing the bells, and this was going on. And also he got up from his bed and started walking towards Sita. Along with him, all his drunken women also, they were coming there with him. Nidra mada paritaksho ravanaschottama striyah anujagmupatim viram ganam vidyullata iva. All the various, all those women, he had conquered them from heavens and everywhere. So they were all the best of the dancers, best of the singers, best of the Miss Universes. Miss Universe, Miss Mars, Miss Neptune, Miss Pluto, Miss Saturn, everybody was there. All of them were there with him. They were all following him, and how? Drunken fully. Nidra, Mada, Parikshayo, Paritakshayo. Eyes were red in color because of the drunken state of mind. Ravanasya uttama striyah. All the women which are collected by Ravana. Anujagmuhu patim viram. They are all married to him. So they are all following him. Ganam vidyullata iva. Like that of the cloud will follow the lightning. So they are all there coming with him. And our hero here, he saw that. Ashokavanikameva pravishat santatat rudrumam. He, Ravana, entered into the Ashokavanika. Now, Ravana is very much fascinated by Sita. That's why he brought her. Interesting thing that happened was, when Shurpanaga came to report about how her nose was cut, at that time Ravana was sitting there enjoying some music. Somebody was singing and he was sitting. And she came with her nose cut with the blood and all. He looked at her and then he was not even giving any attention. He was continuing to watch the musical. She got so upset. You are not even bothered about me. You don't even ask what happened. That is normal, You go to many places and do this such things. Why should I pay special attention to what you have? So she wanted his attention, but he knows very well she gets into trouble all the time. So slowly he disregarded it. But she said, this was cut by one young prince and his brother who were there in the forest, and they have cut my nose. You might have done this many times. I know every time you get hurt and come to me. So, only way to get his attention is, and that prince has got a beautiful wife. Immediately the attention, who is that? So he said, this is the way to get his attention. Oh, that lady is the best, most beautiful. None of your apsaras can even stand anywhere near her. Then he got so interested. So his interest is mostly on capturing Sita than anybody else. He was not even interested to conquer Ram. And that is the reason why he went when he was not there. He had conquered Indra also. His own son has conquered Indra, Indrajit. So he could have easily gone there to fight with Rama. But his intent was not that at all. He's not there to fight with Rama. Get my thing done quickly and go. And what he wanted? Sita. So he was interested because he was so fascinated by her. So, tato drishtva vaidehim ravanam rakshasadibam pravepata vararoha pravate kataliyata. When Ravana thus entered the scene where Sita was sitting, tato drishtva eva vaidehi, when Vaidehi, Videha Putri, when she saw Ravana coming closer to her, Rakshasadimam Ravanam drishtva, seeing him, pravepata, she started to shiver. Vararoha, the best of the women there, pravade kataliyata, what a beautiful, see, Valmiki is known for his similes. The way he would explain is with the certain illustrations which are so appropriate. Like that of the plantain tree when there is wind. When the wind is there, how the plantain tree it shakes. In the same way, her whole body was shaking when she saw him coming anywhere closer to him, closer to her. So when she saw him coming, her body was shaking, and there Ravana says, Swadharmo rakshasam biru sarvada evana samshayah gamanam va parastrinam haranam sampramadhyava edacheda dedakamantu natvam sprakshyami maitili kamam kama shariram me sharire me yata kamam pravartatam. He says here, it is nature of the Rakshasas to kidnap women. Swadharmo Rakshasam Biru Sarvada Evana Samshaya. The nature of Rakshasas is whatever they want, they won't wait. They won't ask permission, take it. That is the nature of Rakshasas. Why? They are physically strong and nobody can really win him in anything. So, I have taken you because I like you. Simple as that. And Gamanam va parastrinam haranam sampramadyata. Say, taking them and carrying away is the nature of all the Rakshasas. Edascha eda kamantu natvam sprakshyami me. But Ravana, being Ravana, who is a learned person, he said that I will not touch you until you allow me. This is very important characteristic of Ravana. Even though while carrying her from Janasthana, from where he actually picked her up, he had to carry her with his hand. But then after having brought to the Ashokavati, he did not touch her. Because he said, I will not Nasprakshyami Tvam. I will not touch you, Maitili, until you give me the permission. Even though the desire to own you is there in my entire body, Kamam Kama Sharire me Yata Kamam Pravartatam. Even though I have the entire body seeking you, but I will not touch you until you give me the permission. So, she says, Tvam krutvo parato manye rupakarta sa vishvatruk nahi rupopama tvanya tavasti shubhadarshane. Indeed, I consider you so precious in my life. For Brahma having created you, he stopped creation. Because this is the best I could do. The best of my creation has been done. Beyond that, he never created any other woman equal to you at all. So in my opinion, you are the most precious one to be owned by me. Therefore, I would like you to give the permission for me to own you. And neha pashyami lokonyam yo me pratibalo bhavet pashyame sumaharadviryam apratidvandvamahave. Na iha pashyami loke anyam. I do not see anybody else in this world equal to you. And at the same time, there is nobody in this world equal to me. So we are on the same scale, you know. There is nobody like you in beauty, and there is nobody like me in strength. So I am Mr. Universe, and you are Miss Universe. So therefore, we are the best match for each other. Pashyame sumahat viryam. Look at me, I am the most powerful. I have conquered everything. I have conquered the heaven. I conquered even the Atala, Vitala, Patala, Mahatala, Rasatala, all the 7 worlds, all the netherworlds, below. Everything is conquered. Bhuhu, Bhuaha, Suha, Mahaha, Janaha, Tapaha, Satyam, all the 7 words above. Atala, Vitala, Rasatala, Saratala, Mahatala, Patala, all the 7 words below conquered. Therefore, who else is equal to me? So, therefore, we both are the best match for each other. And you are sitting there crying and crying the whole day for a fellow who is useless. Literally useless. Tell me, does he have a kingdom? Does he have an army? Has he conquered any kingdom so far? Huh? What is that he has? Nothing. He's been thrown out of his country. Get out. His own father. Think. Nikshipta Vijayo Ramaha Gatasri Vanagocharaha. Is no prosperity, no wealth. What does he have? He doesn't have army. He doesn't have wealth. He's not a king. He's not no kingdom. You are thrown out of it. Where is he? Roaming around the forest. So, Vrati Kandila Sayi. Kandila Sayi means he is lying on the earth. And he is undergoing some austerities, eating only the bulbs and then the fruits and the roots, lying on the floor, bare floor. I don't even know whether he is still alive or not. So just Sanke Jiva Divanava. I don't know whether he is alive or not. How long he can stay like this? And why do you want to be his wife anymore? Look at me. Look at Lanka. What is not here? Everything is there, and everything that you can think of, it is there. And you become my queen, you will rule over everyone. Everybody will be under you. Na Rama tapasa devi na balena na vikramaihi na danena maya tulyaha tejasa yashasa apiva. Ramaha tapasa balena vikramaihi danena mama tulyaha. In all the great austerities I have done, he is not equal. In my strength, he is not equal. In conquering victory, he is not equal. In wealth, he is not equal. What is that you are looking for? How do you want to waste your time in thinking about somebody who wants nothing? And you will also go like that. And I don't lose you. You are the most precious. You have been created specially. And you have to be deserving something much, much great. And I alone can provide that. Nobody else can do that. So therefore, don't waste your time in thinking about it. I am already out of time now. That Sita, at that point of view, you are not showing your hand. Stop. Okay. So let's finish with the suspense here. Otherwise, next day, tomorrow you may not come. What did Sita do at that time? Dukkarta rudati Sita vepamana tapasvini chintayanti vararoha patimeva pativrata. At that time when he spoke like this to Rama, she could not bear it. Dukkarta, filled with so much of sorrow. Rudati, crying Sita. Vepamana, shivering. Tapasvini, chintayanti, she is so worried. Vararoha patimeva pativrata, thinking about her beloved Rama, what did she do? She took one blade of grass and put in front of him. Trunam antarada krutva pratyuvacha suchismita. She put the blade of grass in front of him, and with all her strength, she smiled. At that point also, she had the strength to even look at him and smile. And she said, Nivartaya mano mattaha swajane kriyatam manaha. Get out of this place. You see, you give this lecture to your people, not to me. Namam prartayidum yuktahatvam siddhimeva papakrit. Siddhimiva papakrit. You are incapable of even speaking anything, unqualified to speak even to me, and your prowess and everything, you are talking to me. You are to get out of this place immediately. Akrudatmanam asadya rajanam anayer ratam samruddhani vinashyanti rashtrani nagarani va. A person of your caliber who is misruling everything, conquering everything without their consent, and ruling according to your whims, even the best of the kingdom will ruin. I don't need to say further about this. Best of the kingdom also get ruined by one ruler who is thinking wrong. The person in the helm of affairs should have the right vision, right dharma. If he does not have, even the best and most prosperous country also will go to doldrums. Vididahi sahi dharmajnaha sharanagata vatsalaha yena maitri bhavatu mete yadi jividumichasi. If you really want to live, if you really want to survive, you should do only one thing. Should give me back to my husband. That is all you need to do, and anything further I don't want to listen to you, and get out of this place. Ravana got enraged. He said, what? How dare you speak? And what is your strength? Your husband is nowhere seen here. Impossible to come here. Not at all ever anybody can come to my kingdom without my permission. And with what strength you could now say that he will come, or you will get him here, or even to reject me? What is your strength? We'll see tomorrow a little more. I said in 3 days it is difficult to, even I have compromised quite a bit in this real beautiful text. See, people who read Sundarakanda of Tulsidas, that is nice also. But that is also came from Valmiki only. But when you start reading Valmiki Ramayan, you realize that how much of detail he has gone into, how many philosophical discussions that are there. In fact, there is 4 chapters only on the thought of Hanuman. How he decided to quit that pursuit because, he had not found Sita. So much, what happens if I think like this, what happens if I do this, what happens if that, goes on and finally he said, no, leave aside everything, I'm going to go further. So that shows how much of the integrity, strength, determination, vision and then Hanumanji had, not giving up. If I've taken something, I will finish it. I'll go till the end to finish this. That kind of a strength you will get when you read such a beautiful text.